All right, Shalom. We're the bros from the Great Millstone Chicago branch coming at you another lesson to the Spirit by Yahweh Shmi Shai. First, I would like to start off by giving all praise and glory due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash, the abundance of the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brethren around the four corners of the earth, pushing His word and truth and sincerity. All right, we back with another lesson. Basically, just gonna touch on, ICBMs, man, nuclear warfare. All right, World War III. All right, because that's how Babylon, Babylon the Great, aka America, in various parts of this place, of this earth, all right, this world is going to be refreshed, man. It's going to be cleansed, all right, and that's how this place is going to be ultimately destroyed, man, all right, which is prophesied in the scriptures, all right, that this place will be destroyed by ICBMs, man, and this is what you see on the screen, all right, this is what's to come, nuclear warfare, man. All right, that's why you see all these nations having these armed races, man. All right, who could build the biggest, baddest, ICBM, all right, nuclear missile, man. All right, missile after missile, all right, because they're being, prepared spiritually, all right, to fulfill the plans of the Lord, man. It's written in the scriptures, and I'm going to start from Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble." It says, "And that day shall come, and that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and shall leave them neither root nor branch." All right, so the day is coming when all the wicked and all the proud, all right, chiefly, Esau, Edom, all right, but you 2/3 as well, and you other nations are going to be burnt up, man. All right, you're going to be stubble, man. All right, it says that day is going to be as an oven, man. All right, you people are going to be turned to a crisp, man. All right, you're going to be turned into stubble, man. Just like, it's an example of when they let off them atomic, them atomic bombs, in Japan, I believe, what was it, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man, and I think it was a few other ones. All right, but people eviscerated, man, evaporated, in a millisecond, man. All right, when those atomic bombs was let off, man. All right, so hey, that's the same way, man, because these the technology that they have today, hey, is way more advanced, man. All right, so you people are gonna be turned to stubble, man. All right.
And I can say this, the planes that dropped the atomic bombs, I believe it was there was two planes, man. I think one was called the Enola Gay, and I think the other one was called Fat Man, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But that shows you that Esau, all right, that he's his blessing was a sword, man. All right, ever since he's been into power, man, the nations have been fearing, man. All right, he shook the nations, all right, in his wrath, all right. That's Esau, Edom. Okay, his blessing is a sword, right? Pursuing to the book of Genesis, that's at 36, right? His blessing was a sword, man, right? And by the sword he shall live. Okay, but you got a precept.
Oh, I got another one.
All right, go ahead.
I was just looking for that. What is it? 25.
Yeah, I believe so.
Let me see. Let me just type it down. Okay, this is all right. This is Genesis 27. I believe this is it right here. Genesis 27 and verse. Yep. Genesis 27 and 39. It says, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above." All right, which Esau has the fatness of the earth as we speak, man. All right, he has everything that hearts can desire. All right, especially, these elites, chiefly. All right, they have wealth, above imagination, man. All right, they have the fatness of the earth, man. It says, "In the dew of heaven, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have domain, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." All right, we know that's going to the time. All right, when King David, he had Edom, under subjection. All right, for a time being. All right, until you know, like I said, man, they ended up having a domain and got out of servitude, man. All right, but and now in this time, man. All right, they have the fatness of the earth, man. They have the fatness of the earth. All right, and the dew of heaven, man, and they live by the sword, man. All right, like the brother was saying, man, they come up with all these, all this technology to destroy, man. All right, whether it be the gun, all right, the tanks, all right, the aircrafts, man, the navies, they got submarine vehicles that could shoot nukes, man. All right, all type of things, man. And just showing you that they was blessed, all right, with that skill, man. All right, to learn how to make weapons of destruction, man. The sword, basically. All right, and the Lord, put it in their spirit, all right, to make this sword, man. All right,
Right, and I just just correct myself. It was the Enola Gay B-29 aircraft, and the other one was called Little Boy. All right, which is bugged out, man. That Esau has these strange names, man, because he's really making mockery of these nations, man. All right, it just shows you that this devil, all right, he doesn't care, man. Right, but I had a precept here in 2 Peter chapter 3, and verse 6. It says, "Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished," which that was the first death. Right, the Lord destroyed the world, man, the old world with the flood, man. Only 8 souls lived, man. Right, it says verse 7, "But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition and ungodly men." So this second death, right, when the Lord's gonna destroy this world, is through fire, man. Right, and the Lord's gonna use those thermonuclear missiles, right, to waste the whole land, man, make the land desolate. Right. These nukes have the power to destroy continents, man. Okay, but if I could read, I could jump down to verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Right, and that's what these missiles do, man. They melt elements. Mm-hmm. Right, they're gonna dry rivers, right? Melt steel, melt all these different materials, man, and all these different elements, man. Right, the scriptures are the only thing that's gonna be left is gonna be smoke and the smell of smoke and ashes. Right, it says and the earth also and the works that there are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right, so the prophets, they seen these visions, man. They seen them Babylon the Great being destroyed. They seen the aftermath, right, and they got spooked, right. So and them seeing these things, man, right. What kind of person are you ought to be, man? Right, we as men of the Lord, we gotta prepare our minds, man, for this through the Spirit, man. We gotta have our conversations, all right, holy, right? Setting our affections above, man, and not the things of this earth, right? Because the things of this earth are gonna pass away. That's right. All right. So it says, verse 12, "Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Okay, so that's what's gonna happen, man. All right, we're looking for this day to be fulfilled, right? Through the Spirit by Abashim Shah, man. He guides us and delivers us from the nuclear destruction, man. He beams us up, man, so that we could meet Yahushua in the air, right? That's the strangeness of our salvation, man, right? At first is us waking up, and through the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, but also us, how the fashion that we're gonna be delivered, man, right? We're gonna receive the Lord in the air, Lord willing, man, right? Flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. So our bodies will change incorruptible in the twinkling of an eye, so that we could receive the Lord in the air, right? And not be stuck down here, man. Destroy that our flesh be consumed with agony and pain, man. So we're waiting for that change.
That's right. That's right. I got one for you. This is Second Esdras chapter 16 and verse verse 13. All right, just a depiction of those nukes, man. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." All right. And is that speaking about a regular arrow? All right. Because what arrow do you know that can be shot, from one side of the world to the other, man? Ain't no man that strong. All right. To shoot an arrow from one side of the world to another, man. All right. That's going into the ICBMs, man. All right. Because when you look at it, I'm pull it up. All right. They didn't know what nukes was. All right. Back in this time, man. All right. They can only describe what it looked at similar to, man. All right. And it said it looked like an arrow, man. All right. And this is what an arrow looks like, man. All right. When you shoot an arrow, man. All right. These are the arrows that's going to be shot to the ends of the world, man. All right. And it said it shall not miss.
Right. And like Brother mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned, but an actual arrow cannot be shot, right, from one end of the world to another.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I got a preacher to prove that those arrows are indeed those missiles, man. It's Isaiah 13, verse 5. And it reads, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven." So that lets you know, man, something that's gonna be from a far country, all right, and they're gonna travel actually and through the heavens, man. All right, but it says from the end of heaven, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Right, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. They go from one country to another, from one continent to another. Right. It says verse 6, how ye for the day of the Lord is at hand. And that lets you know, speaking about the end of the world. The day of the Lord is synonymous to the end of this present evil world, which is the world of Edom, Esau, Edom. It says it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And there you go, man. There's going to be a great destruction, right? Like it tells you in Jeremiah 51, man, the Lord will send fanners into fan the whole land, man. Basically, make the land desolate.
Okay, that's right. That's right. It says, Isaiah chapter 5. It's like Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy." All right, because this is all the Lord's plan, man. All right, this is the Lord's prophecy, man. All right, so he's the one, all right, who said it in these these Germans, mind, all right, and gave them a blueprint, all right, on how to discover, how to split the atom and, do these, scientific things to create this ICBM, man, all right, to fulfill his will, man, all right, because, as it says, man, I have created the waster to destroy, man, all right, so, this is all the Lord's plan, man, all right, and like we started off, all right, it says, all the proud, yea, all the wicked shall be stubble, man. All right, so this is, the judgment, all right, that's coming for the proud and the wicked, man. All right, like I said, starting with Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man chiefly, all right, and then on to you other nations, man. All right, who had a hand and the downfall and the trodden of Israel, man. All right, and you Israelites, man. All right, the wicked of our people, man. All right, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, who choose to, fulfill, the lusty of flesh, go after the ways and the doctrines of Esau, Edom. All right, his way of life, his way of thinking. All right, and don't submit to Yahweh Shema Shah, man. All right, You know, because the scripture says, all they that rather not that I reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. So either you get right now, or hey, you're gonna get right, you know, when the Lord comes, man. And scripture says death by pain, man. So you're gonna have to, you know, learn after death by pain, man. You know. But hey, you know, that's what we want to go into basically. You know what I'm saying? Touching on the nukes, man, our ICBMs and prophecy, you know, that's according to the scriptures. So, Lord will, I was edifying with that, like, by giving all praise and honor and glory due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash, I belong to Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well. And once again, salutations all you brethren doing this work and true sincerity with charity. Till next time, shalom and a baba ball.
Baba ball.